Hey, what's up, y'all? So I'm back. It's been a minute, but I'm speaking in front of this camera. It's been about a year or so since I did my last vlog, and I just wanted to express my excitement because I just launched my clothing brand, Tenacity Fit Athletics. It was February the 12th that I launched it in, and if you want to check that out, the link is below. But in today's video, I want to briefly talk about what Tenacity Fit Athletics means to me and how it came about. And let me go ahead and start off with how it came about. This all started back in 2017, 2018. That's when I first started training. So I became a personal trainer, started training clients. I was really excited. And I had other goals in mind. You know, I wanted to eventually do some type of like online training at some point when I got better, or create like a clothing brand. So my brother actually helped me out with the naming, and this goes back to the way I was raised and the way my drive, you can say. My drive, always pushing forward, always moving forward. There's never a point where I felt comfortable because I knew there was way much more. There's a lot more potential, and the moment you stop is the moment where you lose, because you got to keep pushing forward, because that next person in line, they're going to pass you up. So pretty much, you know. And then just being raised by parents, hardworking parents who raised us to have a better life and to push us forward, who also have their own business they run. So my parents are pretty much self-driven. They do everything on their own, and that's the way we were raised. So Tenacity Fit came about. At first it was a logo of like a running dude, and I wasn't sure whether it was like for a clothing line or it was for my personal training. I kind of merged it into my personal training, so I made like business cards, Tenacity Fit. Well, it was Tenacity Fit at first. Tenacity Fit, contact Oscar Benitez, and a lot of people thought it was a gym, and then I would tell them like, yeah, I don't have my gym. So I was kind of giving the wrong impression. But from there, without even thinking, without even brainstorming, I invested in some clothing. And at first I was trying to get friends to help me invest, and they did, a couple $100, which I think was pretty funny to this point, but that's the way I was learning. I had a friend that was kind of helping me with marketing, but honestly he did not know anything about marketing. He was just barely starting. And I invested a good $2,000-3,000, you know, and I got all this clothing. I started promoting it. I made a website, but I never went through all the legal work or anything like that. I didn't even trademark it at the time. And at the time, you know, I was going through relationship problems. I wasn't really taking my training seriously. I would be going out on weekend and train as hard. So a lot of like my drive kind of was depleting. It's a weird, it was a weird feeling, because I didn't feel like I can throw this product out there to you guys and there was like no meaning behind it. You guys didn't really know a story behind it. I didn't really have like a my story page of how it came about, and it was just there, you know. It was just lingering there. You know, I sold a couple things, I was pushing it, but eventually at some point when I went through a breakup, all this Tenacity Fit just kind of went out through the window. I gave all the clothes away, and that was that for about like a year and a half. I revisited once COVID hit. That's when I took the time to revisit the brand, and I actually changed up the logo, and this time it was me running on there, and it was still Tenacity Fit. But then I was thinking about the clothing, like, am I gonna tailor this more towards a brand or towards my fitness? I didn't really have a direction, because I was in a podcast with my boy Ray, and he asked me this question, and I was kind of lost in the sauce. I was like, I really don't know. So my brother kind of gave me a graduation gift, and he linked me with this guy who does a lot of like design work and works with brands, and he was telling me, what do you want this brand to be like? Do you want it to be more towards training, or do you want it to be more of like a clothing brand like Lululemon, your Gymshark, your Alpha Elite? And that's what I was going for. I was like, yeah, because there's a purpose behind this brand. You know, I'm a really motivated individual, and I want to push this out. You know, there's a meaning behind this brand, and I cannot fail. So that's why I revisited. I was like, you know what? I got to push forward with this. Guy helped me out with the logo. It was clean. I wanted clean, something clean, simple, not too much. And he came up with Tenacity for Athletics, which it was unbelievably amazing. I love the logo. And I just went from that point on. And then I started really pushing for it. I started really training at Savage Elite Fitness. That's where my motivation kind of came back. My drive came back. I started training hard, you know, started managing my time, and I started investing little by little. Eventually, I had a vision, and with good people that were surrounding me, they kind of helped me get to the point where I am today. I was able to go through all the legal work. I was able to establish everything. And, you know, that's what the brand is about. You know, I had the tenacity to keep moving forward. And I'm still pushing forward. And I think a lot of people could relate with Tenacity Fit just because everyone has a purpose. And everyone has a goal that we are all trying to reach. Whether it's a fitness goal, whether it's finishing school, whether it's getting a new car. How are you going to get from point A to point Z? There's steps in there, but you got to be tenacious and you got to keep moving forward. So, with that being said, I established everything, and you know, I had a little bit of like hurdles, you know, with the whole legal work, with the whole figuring out when I was gonna drop it. I had to do some last minute changes. I had to hire a website lady. I just didn't want anything to go out the window. And you know, at the end of the day, I have nothing to lose. You know, I'm doing this for you guys, and I want to share my message to y'all and everyone who can relate with this brand. But that's pretty much it. Tenacity for Athletics. It's all about being tenacious. It's all about moving forward and never stopping. So make sure you chase those dreams and have that passion to execute anything. Just remember, anything is possible, you guys. I really didn't think I was going to be here in my room. This is where my storage is at. But I have a good vision, and I know there's a bright side eventually, as long as I keep pushing forward. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, OscarBenitez_12 and Tenacity Fit. And if you still haven't, make sure you subscribe on the website. The link is below. You get 10% off your first purchase. You cannot miss out. I have many plans this upcoming spring and summer. I cannot wait. But stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.